everybody, Beyond Drew TV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Planet Zoo, or the Planet Zoo beta, I should be more specific, right? So yeah, this is our Planet Zoo franchise mode, which is basically sandbox mode, because if you see our money and you've been keeping up with the series there, you know that we have enough money to do whatever we want to do. So but today we're going to be wrapping up the excuse me, the Grizzly Peak area by putting in timber wolves. Yes, I know, Grizzly Peak, putting in timber wolves, what? But yeah, basically the Grizzly Peak area, if you again, if you haven't been catching up, there's this is the third part of this area, so if you haven't already, be sure to go back to the first two parts and catch up there to you know, stay up to date with everything. Yeah, this is basically our North American section that just kind of called Grizzly Peak. The lore behind it, if you haven't been with the channel too long, just found me on Planet Zoo. For my builds, you know, I like to do the realistic kind of thing, but within that, I also like to do lore with my builds as well if I can. So what that means, if you're not really familiar with what I'm talking about, what are you talking about? Basically, like, lore is, you know, why is this what is the reason for this being in the zoo? When did this get built? Why did this get built? You know, what is the reasoning? Because we started this in kind of a Planet Coaster with Lunawood and other parks, but you know, there's always a rhyme and reason to an expansion or to a building being built or reused and stuff like that. So that's what I mean when I say lore. Just you know, what was the history behind everything? So the lore for the Grizzly Peak area, and I kind of mentioned this before in the last episodes, is yeah, basically that this area started off as like a just a grizzly bear area, and then as the years went on, maybe the zoo got some money to do some big expansions, and they decided, you know what, that Grizzly Peak area, we're just going to turn it into the North American section, and we can put timber wolves and anything that represents North America kind of thing. So that's why there's wolves there. Boom, big long overdrawn out explanation for why I put wolves in a place called Grizzly Peak. So but yeah, as we are going along here, this is all modeled pretty directly after I've been watching Schitt's Creek too much, and now I'm talking like the main mom from it, Bebe. Anyways, this is modeled directly after the Brookfield Zoo's wolf area, and yeah, I really like the idea that you have this kind of main visitor kind of center right here that you walk into, and you kind of look out along the Timberwolf Woods there, which is kind of what we're naming this area. It's a really big habitat, and I did that purposely. It's almost triple the size of what we really need, but the idea is that yeah, you can it's going to be a big woods, Timberwolf Woods. Wanted to give the wolves a lot of area to kind of roam around and make it their natural habitat. And again, because this would be kind of a newer habitat or exhibit for the zoo, a much more modern approach to it. So it wouldn't be that you know, we've been kind of touching on like the lemur exhibit and mandrill exhibits, and even the grizzly bear exhibit, where it's, you know, more function over looks and stuff like that. This would be like the zoo's transition, or like the newer stuff where you know, they could actually or they're actually putting in more time and thought into their, excuse me, sorry, it's very early in the morning and I didn't get a glass of water yet, so my throat is a little bit but yeah, so that's kind of the idea behind this here. So but yeah, this build does signify Sad News Bears. This is our last speed build. This is the last thing that we did officially build in the Planet Zoo beta. As of the time of recording this, it's actually the 9th of October, so the beta ended yesterday. But I did mention that you know, I was able to record a few episodes after that. So we have this here. We're going to do an entire walkthrough video as well, and we have a cinematic video, and then after that, there's definitely going to be more Planet Zoo content on the channel, even though we don't have Planet Zoo beta or game to play. So we'll be doing, you know, like up to date with like news. We'll do some just general speculation and stuff like that, but yeah, there'll still be a lot of Planet Zoo stuff there, so no worries there. So, but yeah, no, the Planet Zoo beta, that was a heckin' good time. I'm really looking forward to the full release. I have pretty high hopes for the full release there. I know a lot of people are, I think it's a lot of people that aren't really familiar with how betas work necessarily, and that, but a lot of people are kind of freaking out on social medias, and I mean freaking out, where they're just like, I don't think Frontier can fix all the bugs. There's so many bugs, they're not going to be able to fix the bugs. And it's like, well, just pump the brakes there, buddy. Let's discuss that, right? So the thing behind that is that you have to realize that the beta that we got is nowhere near what the newest version of the game, right? So do keep that in mind, that the beta that we got, while we did get updates to it and stuff like that, well, we got 3 different updates and stuff, just know that what we are playing with and what Frontier is designing and developing, totally different. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the things that we reported for bugs, minus the trade center kind of acting up, I wouldn't be surprised if those had already been documented and they knew about them. It was just more so a reaffirmation from the community that, like, yeah, the building grid is messed up. Or, you know, yeah, animals kind of float sometimes when they're climbing, you know, something. Whatever. You know, little gameplay things or little graphic things like that, I can almost assure that, you know, they've noticed it, they knew about it, but again, they were getting a reaffirmation from the community. And but the main thing is that to take away from the beta is that it was a stress test. If I was a betting man, the beta was just a stress test on their servers for the online franchise mode. And you know, while that's all good and stuff like that, it's yeah, I think people just need to kind of keep that in mind there, because I definitely again, I've seen a lot like a lot of people and just kind of mention like, oh, the game is going to be so buggy and so crashy, and it's going to be, look at how it is right now. And it's like, again, pump the brakes, hold up, don't worry. I'm almost positive. Like, just for example, like, again, I've been playing the Planet series games, you know, for a while now with Planet Coaster, and there's a lot of things in Planet Coaster, very like easy, simple quality of life things, building things that make life easier when playing the game, that weren't in this. And it just kind of seemed weird for them to go so far with, I almost did a Linkin Park lyric, to go so far with Planet Coaster with all these quality of life and building things and just all that stuff, only to regress so back far, because the game did. The Planet Zoo, as far as like the building goes and quality of life things, it regressed in a lot of ways. And that just doesn't seem normal. Like, why would, you know, I know that not everyone from the Planet Coaster team is working on Planet Zoo, but there are people from Planet Coaster's team that are working on Planet Zoo. Some of the lead developers, if I'm not mistaken, are working from, they worked from Planet Coaster over to Planet Zoo, so it would just be very strange for them to backpedal that significantly. So yeah, again, just the whole point being, I understand everyone kind of being a little bit nervous that you know, maybe this we're going to get a buggy hot mess when it fully releases. And sure, there probably will be some bugs that are unforeseen. Absolutely, it's a video game. That's what happens, right? So, but to the extent that people are freaking out about, no, I think it'll be a pretty smooth release. However, if it is not, someone make sure to comment below and make me eat my words when it comes out, if it's just a hot buggy mess. So, but hey, we are kind of coming to the end of the time lapse a little bit here. Yeah, we are. But yeah, this last little building here, just needed to throw in one last little, I think it's an eatery or something like that, or maybe an information hut. But yeah, again, I really like how this North American section turned out. And again, we're gonna get a really nice close-up look of it in the cinematic and in the walkthrough video there. So 2 different videos where you're going to get a up close and personal look at all of the fun little details in the Grizzly Peak and in the Timberwolf area over here. So, but yeah, hey, let's go ahead and wrap up the commentary there. Again, remember, this is the last speed build video. Oh my gosh, this is the last thing that we were able to build in Planet Zoo before the beta wrapped up. And yeah, really happy with how it all came out. And again, overall, I'm just way excited for the main game to come out and to be able to play with all the new toys, the campaign mode, all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, hey, if this is your first time hanging out with us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button there. You stay up to date with all the latest videos on Planet Zoo. Maybe some, we get some other stuff up on the channel during this month that Planet Zoo's not out and stuff like that. Be a bunch of fun stuff coming along. So yeah, hit that subscribe button there. Also hit the like button. Helps out the channel, helps out the video immensely, and I always appreciate it. So awesome. Hey, thanks so much, everyone. And until the walkthrough video and the cinematic video, thanks so much for hanging out during Planet Zoo's beta. And yeah, until the next one, we'll see you then. Thanks.